All right, I do not have to tell you this. You already know, but dating in New York City, it's never easy. And some say it's getting even worse. My next guest, she took to social media to explain the latest dating trend. Take a look.
Girl, you're being ghosted? I'm out here being zombied. It's like ghosting, but he comes back from the dead after a couple months and hits you up.
Oh, she said it right. Mariel Darling got over 1.5 million views on that post. Now, she even wrote a song about it. She's joining me this morning, and I'm even off camera. We're just like, oh, why? How is it this difficult in a city like New York City with like over 7 million people that dating is so difficult? And why do we experience getting zombied? First, explain what getting zombied is.
So, getting zombied is worse than being ghosted because they leave your life and then they come back from the dead a couple months later, years later, and it's just torture.
Okay, but why do you think that is?
In a city like New York, there are people at your disposal, and we have our devices. There's people in person, there's people on screens.
Yeah.
You don't even really get to know a person's real personality and at their core because we have these screens in front of us to divide us.
Yeah.
And I think that with the rise of social media, dating has just completely changed.
Tell me about your experience dating in NYC. Not to get too personal, but I mean, you obviously wrote a song about this, but dating in NYC this is clearly has been tough for you, or else you'd be in a different position right now, right?
Yeah, with my experience being zombied, I was dating a guy in New York City. He moved away, and then with his coming back to the city, he's now pursuing me. He came back from the dead. I noticed this happened to me in high school as well. I've literally collected a graveyard at this point. I feel like the streets of New York are a zombie apocalypse mixed with Michael Jackson's Thriller music video because all these guys are tap dancing around commitment.
You got to throw Peter Pan into the mix too.
Yes. Peter Pan syndrome. These men cannot grow up.
Is it just like afraid of a commitment thing, or is it just like a buffet here in New York City where there's actually more women than there are men?
Yeah.
That's also a problem too. Okay, any like crazy dating stories that you've had? Because I mean, you're not the only person that's probably experienced this in New York City, right?
Definitely not, since the overwhelming response from my video, the relatability of this issue.
Yeah.
I feel as though it's been really tough to date when you know your worth. You need to know your worth. You need to be confident in yourself and what you deserve.
I know. It takes a while to sometimes get to that realization, unfortunately.
Yes. So I wrote a song about it. I took a page out of Taylor Swift's book, and I'm writing about my dating experiences.
It's so true because it is so relatable. It's so now, especially with dating apps and all these choices. So did you write the song after you got the response from people and you're like, this inspired me, like people want to hear this?
I was so excited that I wasn't the only one going through this. So what a good songwriter does is she takes the content of her own life and turns it into something beautiful.
Yep.
I had to use comedy as a coping mechanism.
I love that. I mean, and exactly, you said you took a page out of Taylor Swift's book, who she's got a massive book, as we can say, but you're also working with some massive people on this song.
Yes, I am. With L.A. Reid's son, Aaron Reid. I'm really excited to release this song. It just means so much to me, and I'm so excited to share my story and give other women the boost of confidence that they need. That you don't need a man, you just need yourself and your internal confidence.
I love that. Okay, so what happens if you get a boo? Are we going to write about different kind of songs?
I mean, even Taylor Swift still writes about her exes.
It's true. You're like, I got a long list. It's fine. It's not going to go out of style. But you're single now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Any prospects?
We've got a couple.
Oh, we got a couple. Oh, we got a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a graveyard, but there's some ones that are alive as well.
So if we're talking to the audience right now, are you willing to add maybe a couple more to the repertoire?
Yes, I am. The DMs are open.
You heard it from her. I love that. Okay, and just as before we go, top qualities that you're looking for in a guy, and maybe top qualities that us young women should be looking for in a guy in terms of dating in 2023.
If somebody cannot be passionate about what they want to do with their lives, they can't be passionate about the people in their lives.
Amen. Amen. You heard it there first. Okay, so when can we expect the song? It's coming out. Push back a little bit.
Next Friday. Never Needed You on all streaming platforms.
Love that. And where can people find you on social media and connect with you? And
Mariel_Darling on all social media platforms. My face is there, and I've got so many more funny stories and snippets to share.
We love that. The dating in New York, not easy, but, you know, turning a little pain into some punch to drink.
Exactly.
I like that.
That's what we got to do.
Well, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much
And,
for having me.
Our fingers are crossed on you finding a boo, but maybe not, because you can make some good music.
Exactly.
by the Peter
Exactly.
Pans and the zombies and all that stuff. So yeah, follow her for the rest of the dating adventures.